Hi guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. This is the Free and Love channel and my name is Lavoisia. Thank you for tuning in and thank you for always coming back to watch our videos. We are glad that you are watching. So this channel is all about giving you information on how to go about achieving your life career dreams. It's all about giving you tips on how to succeed in life and all about motivating you on achieving your goals. Today I'll talk about how to get a job as an international student in the USA after graduating college. So most people or most students are left in a dilemma after graduating college. They have to choose between staying back in the US and looking for a job, going back home, or furthering their education. So you need to be clear on your aim of what you want to do. So today I'll talk about how to get a job or tips on how to go about getting a job immediately after graduating as an international student. So the first tip is you must plan ahead. Right on the first day you arrive in the USA, you must have a clear direction on where you want to go with your life. You must plan ahead. If you want to get a job, you must be clear in your mind that after graduating, I'll get a job. So start planning early. Now you realize that to get a job in the USA, you must have a visa that allows you to work. So you must be familiar with the various types of visas that will allow you to work. So the first thing you can do is to start getting internships when you are still a student. The internship will not only allow you to get the necessary skills that will help you to get a job, but it will also help you to build networks that will enable you to look for a job. Employers are not just only looking for good academic grades, they are also looking for skills. So make sure that you take up internship opportunities when you are still a student. You're going to build up your skill set that will help you to get a job. When you are also studying, make sure that you develop some non-academic skills like join some organizations, do some volunteer work, and start these like early and start looking for these opportunities early. I recommend that you can start looking for them as early as 1 year in advance. You must plan ahead. The second tip is to know the rules and regulations. To work in the USA, as I said, you need to have a work visa or a visa which will help you to get a job. If you are on a student visa, it has some limitations, and there are other various types of visas which you can use to get a job, like the H-1B visa. So you need to be familiar with all sorts of visas that will help you get a job. So know the rules. Know the various deadlines that apply to various visas and know the various fee that apply to various visas so that when the time comes, you should be prepared with the information. You should know that the requirements for various visas keep changing from time to time. So it's important to keep looking at the US government websites and look at the various updates on the various visas. Try to research various companies which sponsor the work visas. See what the requirements are and what the fee requirements are and the deadlines are. Start doing this work early in advance. Tip number 3 is when you are still a student, you have access to so many resources that are available at the university or college. So make sure that you use the international student offices and the international student career services while you have access to them. Let them guide you and advise you on how best to navigate your way looking for a job. Start doing this early enough. You can also make a list of the various companies that have in the past sponsored international students for work visas. Make a list of them, try to research them and see what the requirements are. So make sure that you have this list well in advance before you graduate. So timing is everything. You must be able to factor in the time limits or the time constraints that you are going to apply to your visa after you graduate. Remember, after you graduate, you have a 60-day window either to change your visa into another visa or to go into another program of study or to start doing your OPT. So you have 60 days. So don't wait until graduation because 60 days is a very short window. Start working on these things way before you graduate. So you can start, one thing you can do is that you can start looking for your OPT. OPT is also called optional practical training. So this means that after your graduation, you are given an optional practical training program. You enroll into it, which will allow you to work for 12 months. And once your OPT starts counting down, you have 3 months to get a job. Otherwise, you will be out of status. So after your 12 months of OPT have expired, you can renew your OPT for 24 more months if you are doing a STEM-related course. Another visa you can apply for is H-1B visa. So H-1B visa will allow you a longer duration, that is 3 years to work, renewable. But H-1B takes a little bit longer process to H-1B takes a little bit longer to process. So if you're targeting H-1B, you need to have started doing your work well in advance. You can also go straight for a green card under the EB2 or a national interest waiver, which will give you a 10-year period to work, renewable in the USA. So there are several options you can use after your student visa has expired. So you need to have a plan and start working on it well in advance. Another tip which I can give you is make sure that you expand your network, meet people, update your LinkedIn profile. By knowing people, you can be able to get connections or to get important references which will help you to get these jobs. So meet people, meet your professors, meet your colleagues, share them your dreams, share with them about your dreams, about your aspirations, about your career interests, and let them know what you want. Attend career fairs when you are a student, and this will open up your world so that you can be able to see the many chances that you have to get a job. So the job market in the US is very competitive, and networking will give you a boost because references are very important in the USA. So if you have good references, you'll also be able to get jobs very fast. Next tip is work on your resume. So a resume is a very important marketing statement that the employer will have to look at it before they consider giving you a job or inviting you for the interview. So don't make a generic resume. Make your resume stand out. Amplify your achievements, the things that you have achieved in college, the skills that you have achieved in college or elsewhere. Spend a lot of time researching companies and make sure that you tailor your resume to meet the needs of those companies before you submit your resume. As I said, don't submit a generic resume. That will be a dead on arrival document. So another tip is be positive. Be positive and be persistent. Getting flying colors and good grades in college is one thing, and looking for a job is another thing. So I'll advise you to be positive. Spend hours looking for jobs. It might not be rewarding immediately, but the effort and time you spend looking for those jobs will pay in the long run. So be positive, keep smiling, keep searching for jobs, and keep applying, and one day you'll get a reward. Remember to stay ahead of the game. Don't wait until time is too late. Start looking for jobs, scouting for jobs in those websites like Indeed, usajobs.com, LinkedIn, Glassdoor, Career Builder. Look for the jobs early. Start looking for the jobs well in advance. Look for the companies that have in the past hired foreigners. Look for the companies that have in the past sponsored people for the green cards or H-1B visa, and target those companies. Start applying well in advance. Don't give up. Keep on applying. Don't lose hope. Looking for a job is not an easy exercise, but with persistence, staying positive, you always get good results. So thank you very much for watching and listening to my video. I hope that I was able to give some information to somebody. So if you're a student outside the US or in the US and planning to come to the US for further studies, you don't have to stay, you don't have to get out of status. There are thousands of opportunities. Work hard, have a plan, have a target, and you are going to achieve it like many of us have. So if this is the kind of content that you like, I would like to please request you consider subscribing to our channel, Free and Loud channel, whereby we share our experiences, we give you some tips, and we motivate you to succeed in life. So please encourage us by hitting that subscription button, and we are going to win together. Thank you, and until we meet in the next video, bye.